The weakness of the Chinese Navy is not nuclear submarine technology, but water temperature data. That is, a map of the seabed. We all know that the oceans cover 71% of the Earth's surface, but only 5% of them are explored. Many people feel that there is still a gap between China's nuclear submarine technology and that of the United States and Russia. And this is indeed the truth. But with China's current level of science and technology, it is not difficult to fill this gap. The construction of nuclear submarines is not a problem. The difficulty is how to make good use of it. Because in order for a nuclear submarine to navigate safely on the seabed, it must know the terrain of the sea area through which it passes. The ocean floor is not land, so you can't see the terrain with the help of radar, satellites, or the naked eye. And you can't rely on navigation to determine your route. In the darkness of the sea, you can only rely on the sound and waves to grope slowly, just like a blind man with a blind cane to explore in the dark. Moreover, the topography of the seabed is not fixed. Even if the area has already been explored, it may be different the next time you pass by, and obstacles such as new reefs may appear. If you still follow the previous route, you will most likely crash into the submarine, just like on October 2nd, 2021. The USS Connecticut, the U.S. Navy's Wave-class nuclear submarine No. 2, collided with an unidentified object while sailing in the South China Sea and was damaged. Fortunately, there were no casualties, and only 11 crew members suffered minor injuries. The cause of the accident was an unfamiliarity with the conditions of the seabed, which led to the stranding of the submarine on an unknown submarine seamount. Can this blame the Seawolf-class submarines for not being advanced enough? Of course not. You know, the Seawolf-class is one of the most advanced attack nuclear submarines in the world, with only 3 built in total, and each of them costing up to $3 billion. By comparison, China's Shandong ship cost about $4 billion, with a submersible displacement of 9,150 tons and a noise level of only 90 decibels. The Seawolf-class submarine is one of the quietest nuclear submarines in the world. But even so, as long as you're not familiar with the topography of the seabed, you still have to hit it at the moment. The damaged nuclear submarine is still under repair, and according to conservative estimates, the repair will take at least 5 years, and it will not be completed until 2026 at the earliest, and it is expected to cost $80 million. This incident teaches us that submarine map data is more important than the performance of nuclear submarines. China's nuclear submarines got a late start, and the first nuclear submarine was not officially commissioned until August 1974, when it was named Long March 1. The first U.S. nuclear submarine was launched in 1954 and commissioned in the same year, while Russia's first nuclear submarine was commissioned in 1958, many years before China. Moreover, the United States and Russia, as the two superpowers at that time, possessed a large number of talents and advanced technology, and were in a leading position in the field of nuclear submarines. And they were the only ones in the world who could exchange and learn from each other. So, whether it is water temperature data or experience in the use of nuclear submarines, they are very rich. After all, their nuclear submarines were born early, have better performance, and explore submarine routes more deeply, especially during the Cold War. They often chased each other's nuclear submarines. Today you chase me, tomorrow I chase you, and compete in different sea areas. As time goes by, the experience of using nuclear submarines becomes more and more abundant. Technology can catch up, but there's no doubt that experience takes time. Not only nuclear submarines, but also aircraft carriers and carrier-based aircraft need to be constantly at sea, take off and train in order to gradually mature. Although China's current nuclear submarine technology cannot be said to be very advanced, it is at least sufficient. whether it is a strategic nuclear submarine or an attack nuclear submarine. Moreover, the next generation of 095 and 096 are also under development, and their performance will not be much worse than that of the nuclear submarines of the United States and Russia, and may even achieve a small surpass in some technologies. The main reason is that the new generation of nuclear submarines of the United States and Russia has not made much breakthroughs. They have not made progress, while China is constantly improving, and the gap is naturally narrowing.